Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. I worked a decade at IRS. I've been in private practice for 40 years, and yes, I shoot these videos right at my house in the comfort of my own home and just give you the honest information that you need. If you want to see me in a coat and tie, you can go to my website at 777irs.com. I've been in the national news many times, maybe 10 times in the last 3 months on all the major stations. And more important, if you go to that website, you can see my host of former IRS agents and attorneys. We know tax resolution really well. You can get my contact information below if you need to. I do these videos for 3 reasons, so you don't get ripped off. Today's a you don't get ripped off video. I educate you, I inform you, I give you inside and secret information when I have the opportunity and when that video calls. So today I want to talk to you about the IRS resolution business, the lies and the myths, and something that you have to know about the tax resolution business. As a former revenue officer, I worked at IRS for 10 years. I've worked thousands of cases. I am an IRS tax debt specialist, offer specialist. Between myself and Peter Salinger of my team, we probably worked over 2,500 offers and compromise. So we know what we're talking about in this field. Let me tell you what the tax resolution industry is about so you find out what the truth is. The tax resolution industry has some really good people, but the majority of people in this industry are very sleazy. They're owned by companies that maybe are hedge funds or other companies that want to add this to their portfolio. They get a few back-end people. They have a big advertising budget. They have top salesmen that are reading scripts. They know what to say. They train the salesmen more than the people really doing your work. So what happens is once you have a federal tax lien filed against you, the whole world breaks open in the tax resolution industry. Everyone knows all about your problems and your maladies and your searches, and then they find out who you are, and then you get all these letters and calls, and everyone's telling you they're your best friend. Just give them a check and they'll go ahead and settle the debt. As a result, you're speaking to high-pressured salesmen is what's coming out of the tax resolution industry because the price points are so high. Some of these firms charge $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 to settle the debt, and to be honest, you're not really a settlement candidate, so you want to be careful. So I want to go over some of the earmarks with you today so you can recognize a company that that is pretty much going to be kind of a big lie to you. First of all, you're going to deal with a high-pressured salesman. That is the sure sign that the person at the back end working the case has no idea what the salesman's saying, what's going on, and the promise is made. High pressure salesman is number one. Number two, they don't ask for an IRS financial statement. If they don't ask for an IRS financial statement, how do they know your case? You must see the statement you're going to give to IRS. At our firm, for instance, if you don't give me the IRS financial statement, I don't work your case. The only way I can get you a result is to find out exactly what IRS is looking at. So if you don't give that person that, you're not going to know. Thirdly, you have to be speaking to an attorney, an enrolled agent, or a CPA. Those are the only people that can represent you in front of the Internal Revenue Service. If you're not speaking to one of them, hang up the phone. The other bonus I'm going to give you today is Zoom with them. I Zoom with all my clients. I want to look them in the eye. I want to tell them what it's going to cost, what I can do, and what the financial statement in fact said. If you're not doing this, chances are you're probably going to be ripped off by companies who don't know what they're doing. So once again, once the high pressure starts and you can tell it's a salesman, hang up the phone. That salesman probably is going to get a third of what they collect. The company is going to take probably 50%, and the person back end actually doing the work, the back end person is going to make about 5%. There's a company in Jacksonville that I can't mention the name, but they pay their people 4 to 5% of the actual sale. When you spend money for tax resolution, all your money should be going to the person really who's representing you and doing your work. Don't get ripped off by these companies. They're a bunch of lies. They're a bunch of scammers, and don't let them get into your pocket. If you do what I say, you'll never get ripped off. Mike Sullivan, former IRS agent, been doing this 50 years. Call me, email me, give me a subscription. We are excellent for representation. Thank you very much.